Hi, my name's Tom. I have a lamp right here in my basement office. I'd love to plug it in, but it's too far away from any outlets, but I still want to use this for light. Fortunately, I have a cool solution. In this box is a 2-pack of cordless light bulbs. That means that they're rechargeable bulbs that don't actually need power and they don't need to be plugged in. You just charge them up and you use them as light bulbs. Let me show you what you get. In this box, right off the bat here, you get a cool little remote, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, but there's lots of neat little features on there. And then you get 2 light bulb boxes, 1 and 2, and you get a little set of instructions. Let's go ahead and open up one of these boxes. In your light bulb box, you get a couple extra features here. You get a little hook, we'll talk about that in a second. You get the light bulb itself, and you do go ahead and get a charging cord. So first, let's talk about how we're going to charge these bulbs, and then we'll talk about how we're going to use them. Charging these bulbs is super easy. All you do is take that supplied cord that has a USB on one side and a USB-C on the other, and you plug it in. So I'm going to plug it into this USB because my little coffee tables happen to have that built in. You can plug it into a laptop, you can plug it into a charging block, whatever you want. Then you take the other little USB-C cord and you just put it into the bulb itself, and there you go. And you see how it's red right now? That means it's actually charging up, giving it more power. When it's fully charged, this will go ahead and turn green and you'll be ready to go. Just unplug it and then put it back into your lamp or your outlet or walk around with it. Do whatever you want to do, but you're ready to go once it's charged up. Now that it's charged up, let's go ahead and play with this bulb a little bit. Just so you know, on the front of the bulb, there's actually a little button right here. This is a manual turn on, but you can also turn it on with the remote itself. I'm going to turn it on manually with my button. Just one quick click, and there we go. We got a nice white bulb. When my wife first saw these, she said, "Wow, they're bright." Yep, and you can go ahead and adjust that as well. But here's my remote. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off with the remote. There's off. I hit on, I turn it back on. And I want you to see something. It came right back on with the exact same color that it came off of. It keeps a memory of what color it's on, so you don't have to keep resetting things when you turn things on and off. Now, the cool part about this, I'm not sure if you'll see this in the video, there are 3 different types of white. There is a warm white, a little orangey, a little yellow there. I kind of like that. There is a normal white, or kind of a neutral white. It's a little mix of the warm and the colder, and then here's the colder. Again, you might not be able to see it in the video, but it's actually quite a difference here. This is very bluish. The normal white's kind of a mix, and then the warm white is definitely more of a yellowy, warmer white. But besides just those colors, you also have real cool colors. There we go. There's a kind of a blue, and there's kind of a purple. Let's see here. There's kind of a lighter blue, kind of a magenta sort of a thing. So you can see you have all sorts of different colors. And again, you may not be showing up in the video real well, but you can see that you have a lot of different colors to choose from. Now, normally just to turn it on, but you also have a couple other options here. You have a smooth option. When I click on that, I don't know if you can tell, there we go. It is slowly changing colors. There we go, bluish to a greenish color. All right. And then you also have a flash. And the flash will sit there and just kind of bounce through colors for like a party or something. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back to red for the moment. And I'm going to show you another cool feature about this. The whole point of this bulb is that you can screw it into any sort of standard base lamp, like this one. So I can just screw this in here. And there we go. I now have a lamp. I can do whatever I want with it. This thing's not plugged in, but there it is. I want to turn it off, I turn it off. I want to turn it on. Now remember, we turned it off on red, back on red. It automatically remembers the color that it was on. That's nice. Another feature you have is you have little timers. You have 30, 60, and 120 minutes. So I say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to bed soon, but I want this light to stay on for a little bit. I'll hit the 30-minute button. It will go for 30 minutes, and then it will go ahead and click off. All of that is controlled with this little remote right here. When you first get it, there's a little plastic thing. You're just going to pull that out. It is run with a watch battery in here, and it's a watch battery. These remotes will probably last for years before you have to bother changing it out. But there you go. I got my light bulb. Maybe I'm here doing some work. I want a regular, nice, bright light. There we go. I can see things. I can work on things. And the cool thing is, again, not plugged in, totally wireless. And remember how my wife said it was really, really bright? Well, that's true. But you can dim them as well. There's a little brightness and dimness button. So right now, let's see here. As I click it, it's pretty much as bright as it's going to go. I can hit dim it. I got like 10 different layers of dimming. So I do this, this, this. And it's very subtly getting dimmer. And when that starts to flick off like that, it means you're at the very bottom end or the top end of things. So if I want to go brighter again, brighter, 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 you get the idea, all the way up. There we go. I'm at the brightest setting now because it's flashing like that. And again, you can really kind of tell the difference, especially with the different colors. You can kind of make like pinks or oranges by taking one color and then kind of dimming it down or brightening it up to another. I'm about there, done there. There we go. That's my lowest red. And it's almost kind of an orangey color though. It works really, really well. When it's operating, it honestly doesn't get very warm, so I can do things like this. There we go. And I can walk around with this right now. This would be great for if you've got some kind of a play or a plot where you need to have a light bulb that just turns on by itself. There you go, Uncle Fester, really cool idea. You can do this sort of thing all you want. You can, again, manually do it as well. There's a button in front. If you do a long press, it'll actually turn it off. There you go, turns it back off. Quick press, just turns it right back on. Or, again, you can always use the remote. Last but not least, you also have this little hook thing here. What the heck's that for? Watch this. That screws onto it just like this. Now, let's go for a walk. Not only are these things useful, but they're great in a power outage. So here I am walking around with my light bulb, again, rechargeable. I got my little hook on it. Well, here I am in my basement. I got to go ahead and do something, but you know what? I have a whole bunch of little cords up here. I can use that hook to just kind of hang it. And now I'm lighting up my entire basement storage area. Whoa. So you can see what I can do with this. This is great for camping, for emergencies, for RV stuff. You just go ahead and carry it around, turned on, use that little hook, screws in. It's very secure, little strong little hook. I'll hang it up there, and there we go. I now light up the entire room. If you ever have power outages, storms, again, camping, summer stuff, anywhere where you go outdoors and you need to kind of hook this thing on and kind of carry it with you, or you don't want it to be in your hand, this is the way to go. By the way, yes, you can go ahead, because the platform's flat, you can go ahead and stand it up as well. So if you don't have anything to hook it on, just kind of do that. But this is perfect for those nights when you don't have power or you don't have electricity where you need it to be. Oh, and by the way, yeah, these things are great for parties. You can see, I went ahead and just put this into a little lamp, and I put on the smooth, so it's going to go ahead and change colors, and I can have a bunch of these lamps throughout my whole house, and I'll have a really cool rockin' party where the lights kind of changing, the mood's always changing. You can see it just is really, really pretty. You can put it anywhere you want. You can even go ahead and stand them up. You don't have to put them into a lamp. I typically do, so they actually kind of fit and they look good. But you can see it's just kind of a nice little party feature. Again, if you want to change the color right here on the fly, boom, there you go. Got a nice blue. You want to go ahead and kind of get an orangey color, no problem. The remote does it all. Just pop them in and you're ready to go. Works really well. Remember, this is a 2-pack, so you can go ahead and change different colors for different bulbs. You may have to actually go ahead and hide one to change the color of the other one. But once they're both on, like in your room, you can have like a little party going on. You can go ahead and hit off, turn them both off. Watch this. Turn them back both on. They both go back to the exact same memory that they had before. One was red, one was blue. You can make them both go ahead and flash, just like before, or you can go ahead and turn them both to the same color. I'm just going to aim this here, and I'm going to choose kind of a little purpley color. There you go. Now they're both purple. 2 bulbs in one set, in one pack, one remote. It works really well. They're great for parties. I was sent these items to go ahead and tell you all about it, and that's what I've done. These are really cool little bulbs. They work really well, and they are highly recommended.